Hello friends, we are back this week. I'm excited to share a house tour with you. Oh, I've been waiting to share this with you. I stayed in a house and toured a house a couple weeks ago when I met with a group of friends from all over the country. We're all content creators and have been meeting together for several years, and we just meet in different people's homes, so each year one of us will host. And I want to talk more about that. I'm gonna do a separate video on all of that. But my friend's name is Kristen Hoffman, and she's on YouTube. If you've not followed her, I really genuinely think you're going to adore her. So you need to follow her right now as soon as you're done with the video. and then I'm gonna show you her house. And it is a breathtaking house. It's one of the most beautiful houses I've ever been in. Not because it was super extravagant, but just because it was so well curated and there were such clear design lines going on. So I'm gonna share that. There was a lot of soul and there was a lot of talent going on in this house. And so I'm gonna break that down with you today. And I also want to introduce the other 4 women who were there. If you don't already follow them, I will link all of their YouTube channels below. But if you need a really good list of people to follow each week, these are your girls. Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone, Andrea from Pine and Prospect Home, Cami from tidbits.com, and Sarah from Grace in My Space. And I'm gonna do a separate video. I have a lot I wanna say about friendships with other women and the things that are hard to navigate and ways to have really good friends. So I'm going to be talking more about them next week, but that's the backstory. That's where I have been. So I arrived in Nebraska and was picked up by Kristen and Lisa. It's always a joyous reunion. We only get together once a year, and each of us takes turn hosting at our houses. So we've almost made it to everyone's houses now, and we're all, we're from all over the country. There's always a couple babies in tow, and it takes us kind of all day to get collected, everybody in one spot. So we ended up going right after the airport. We stopped at a beautiful restaurant, one of Kristen's favorite places, and just kind of unwound before we headed to her house. So she lives in Iowa, which I've never been to. I actually didn't even know technically where it was. I had to look it up on a map to be positive, but it's very central, right in the middle of America. She has this old historic home. She's only been in it for 3 years. It is just breathtaking. I feel bad because I don't think my video does this place justice, but it was so important that I document it, and I just wanted to share with you the things that I noticed. I actually teared up several times in this house, and I want to explain why, because I think it's such a great lesson in homemaking for all of us. So I'm coming in the side door here, a little sunroom. She has 4 little girls, a newborn baby included, and this is what I want you to know about her house. It is entirely thrifted. And when you look at it through those eyes, I think you're just going to be amazed at what can be done. And I want to point out several things that she's doing so well in this beautiful, beautiful, cozy home. She sticks to a very strict colors palette. I don't see bright colors in her house. There's pretty much brown, white, and black. And then she brings in a lot of greens with plants. In fact, I'm so inspired. I came home and I thought, I want to work towards having 3 real plants in every room of my house because it was so beautiful at her place.
Okay, so you oh, I don't care. You come to my house and it doesn't look as good, and you come to hers and it looks like even better in real life.
Kristen gets on Facebook Marketplace every single night, which I've gotten out of the habit of doing. She shops the Goodwill outlet, which is dirt cheap. I mean, I think they charge by the pound, and she has a whole system. And I mean, that's what she started her YouTube channel on, was thrifting. But she just over time curated each little thing, everything from the dog dish to the bottle of peroxide in the bathroom. Just so much intention in this house. She's very good at collecting art, and that actually is where you would find probably the most color is in her artwork. But she loves primitives. She's very not fancy, really. I mean, just it was so comfortable. It was so well done, but you just felt like you could relax in her house, and I loved it so much. She had just done some really simple Thanksgiving and fall decorating, added little touches, but I mean, this is really normal for her house to look this beautiful. I noticed she had a lot of taper candles, and she would have short ones like the ones I would put on my Christmas tree, and she had long taper candles, and they were the battery operated candles. And at night, she rarely turned on the overhead lights. She did a lot with lamps and those little candles going, and it was so cozy. Your eyes just would adjust, even though it was kind of dark in the rooms. And she's not actually able to do a lot of DIY beyond paint, probably. So she hired out originally to get all this beautiful not all of the millwork, but some of the millwork added. And I think that was really actually a really good point I want to make here, is the base of her home is so elegant. And even you can see her little light switch plate has the push buttons, and you can get those. You can change those out. I want to start doing it more in my house too. She got after the wood floor and the millwork when she first moved in, and then began to build from there. You know, we're all thinking about getting ready for Christmas, or at least it's kind of in the back of your mind that, especially if you're hosting, you're thinking, how am I going to get all of this done and not feel stressed out and be proud of my space, use what I have, not spend a ton of money, make it look amazing, all these things trying to pull together. And I have a solution for you. I have started something called Handmade Holidays. And it's a 6-week program. You open an email once a week, and I send you a video and 4 projects, handcrafted projects that are inexpensive, probably things you have around the house, or you can upcycle things that you have. I slowly and carefully get your home ready for Christmas on time, so it can just be a backdrop to all of your celebrations and commitments that you want to take part of in December. I hope you can join us. You can join anytime. You'll just get the older videos and you can skim through them and use what you want. So we started yesterday, but you're not behind. You can definitely join us. I'll put the link in the description below. This is one of her girls' room, or two of the girls are in this room. And Kristen is she's pretty strict about what her artwork looks like and the colors that are in the house. And even the kids' rooms, she keeps sweet toys in them and things, but she doesn't let all the brightness take over. She has 9 different beds because they like to host for the family. Her husband, Josh, has a big family, and they like to host. So we all had our own bed. This is one of the girls' rooms. This is what I mean by how she keeps it cohesive with the rest of the house. Really love that.
matches the house, you know? Because Mama has stairs.
This is their bathroom. It was such an inspiring house. So much love and care and patience just building it. I feel like between the lamplight and all of the plants, it just was such a cozy place. It was very clean. That it was very, very clean and just very, very consistent with how fancy it was, what colors she used, the era that she was going for. I mean, she lives she's created a world that just takes you back in time. It was so wonderful to be in. This is sort of a loft area that she has divided into 3 sections, basically 3 rooms. The girls play in there. I think they call it their sleepover room. All the little beds and linen sheets and little artwork and wooden toys. And she just really encouraged me, without saying anything, to get more into thrifting. However, I know it's changed a lot since COVID, but to continue to be good stewards of our money and also don't sacrifice design. You know, one of my favorite verses in the Bible is in Ecclesiastes, where it says, He sets eternity in our hearts. And to me, that means that all of us, no matter where we're at with God, all of us in our heart of hearts know that life is supposed to be better than what we see around us. We know that we were made for heaven, and we strive for it in a myriad of ways. And I just feel like a home like Kristen's is one that stirs that in us, this eternity that sets in our heart, and it whispers that heaven is real and that we belong with God. And that's such an important thing to remember in our own homes. That one, the desire to make it beautiful is connected to this eternity set in our hearts. And 2, it's a noble calling, and it acts as even a ministry. When people come into our homes and they feel an exhale, they feel more heard, they feel calmer, they feel stronger. Our homes have the power to have that kind of effect on us and others because of that eternity set in our hearts. So I just want to encourage you today, keep crafting your home, keep cleaning your home, keep moving towards the vision that you have for the space, even if it means you're on Facebook Marketplace every single night and you're going through Goodwill once a week with your list and you just keep working. All right, did you not love that house? Tell me in the comments below what was your favorite part. I came home with so much inspiration. I love houses like that, that you leave and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I am now in the process of incorporating a lot of plants into my home and a lot more just plain wood furniture, not painted furniture, and really getting back into my thrifting program. And so I'm excited to share those finds with you. It's always fun. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider joining our community. I love all the conversation that goes on here in our comments and just sharing with you each week. So take care. I will see you next week.